morning
Hello,
to you.
good morning.
It's still very mild, but
Yes.
there is definitely a change, isn't there?
100%. You may be woken up this morning to a bit of thunder. We've just had a thunderstorm outside the studio here, actually, in the last 10 minutes or so. But it's the thunderstorms which are a big story today, particularly towards eastern areas of the UK and more so to the southeast of England. Yes, you may be waking up to some really heavy rain through the morning. We've had this thundery plume move its way in from the English Channel, pushing its way northward, and that could lead to some problems today. So some flash flooding is likely, some risk to some transport disruption as well.
Now, Simon is going to deliver some news that gardeners will be happy about.
Yeah, welcome rain.
Not everyone, if they've been enjoying the sunshine. This is going on. Where's it coming from? Yeah,
it's all coming from northern France, these heavy and thundery showers. And, of course, it is welcome rain because we have had very dry conditions. However, when you get a lot of rainfall in a short space of time, like we're going to see...
On dry land.
So the ground, it behaves differently from when it's wet. So when it's very dry ground, you get all this rainfall falling and it just spreads out and causes flash flooding. So it's rain, yes, but it's almost like the wrong type of rain. So, yeah, flash flooding is in the forecast today. But, yeah, as you can see here, pretty active nights in Kent with some thunderstorms coming in off the English Channel. And we've seen this thundery rain moving its way northward.
It's hoped that any rain that's forecast won't dampen the spirits. There is a yellow weather warning for heavy rain and thunderstorms from this afternoon into tomorrow, typical Scottish summer. But later on in the programme, I am hoping to get on board one of the ships to speak to a captain to find out what life is like at the helm of one of these maritime giants.
Ben, I'm really looking forward to that, and what a beautiful spectacle it is there. And I know you mentioned the weather there, Ben. For today, Simon is doing the weather for us here and was watching very closely. So there's two questions. How's it going to be for the festival, which is Aberdeen? And then when they set off, and they're going, is it to Norway?
Actually, they're lucky because they've just come from France.
Yeah, right,
so they've missed all of those from Dunkirk.
Yes.
So they've missed those northern France storms. And then they're off to, Norway next, and then after that, Denmark. But you don't have to look that far ahead.
Well, if about 20 miles out to shore at the minute, there's some thunderstorms there currently, just moving their way up. So there are storms in the area, and it's likely to get a little bit worse as the day goes on for today.
Right.
And then low pressure stays around over the next couple of days, so it's not great sailing weather, I would say. But they'll
have fun.
Missing the storms. Yeah, I'm sure we'll be fine.
Wish them luck.
Fine. Absolutely. It's a very wet start to the day, actually, across some central and southern areas of England, particularly the southeast this morning. Look at that, umbrellas. We haven't seen those for a long time, have we? It's been very dry recently.
Heavy rain has already hit the north of France this morning.
Yes, these are pictures from Normandy. Here in the UK is an amber weather warning in place for the southeast of England. And Simon, I know you've been looking at some of these pictures this morning. I mean, this from Normandy, these are serious storms.
Yeah, pretty impressive, that, isn't it? You can see the gusty winds associated with that as well. So, those storms moving through northern France, pushing northward across the English Channel into the southeast of England. So that's what we're seeing. So those storms there are the ones that are coming northward into the UK and affecting us.
The problems here, we've had a lot of dry weather.
Yeah.
We've had drought warnings, of course, hosepipe bans, etc. When we get so much rain, which we're having, it's teeming down outside our studios, when we get so much rain on that land, what are the consequences?
So the land acts very differently from when it's wet to when it's dry. So if it's wet, water can actually get absorbed into the ground pretty quickly, and it gets stored underneath. But when it's dry, like it's been recently, you get this kind of hard layer, this crust on the top of the soil. So when it rains heavily, the water doesn't go into the ground; it spreads out and causes flash flooding. So after a drought or a long dry spell, when you get a lot of rainfall, short space of time, that can lead to some flash flooding problems, and that's exactly the sort of problems we might see today in some parts of the UK. It's particularly the southeast of England where we could see those flash flooding issues. Of course, when the rain falls in urban areas as well, there's nowhere for that to go, so it fills the drains pretty quickly and it starts to spill out. But, look at those storms that we've seen through the night affecting parts of southeastern areas of England. If anything, at the minute, things are quieting down a touch, actually. There's not too many thunderstorms out there, but...
Simon can tell us much more with more accuracy, I imagine, Simon.
You did a good job there.
Thank you.
Well done, well done. Yeah, it is turning wet, a very wet start for many parts of England and Wales this morning, actually. And you can see here from one of our weather watchers in Lowestoft. Well, we haven't seen much rain recently, have we? So, yeah, welcome rain, of course, but it's coming in quite hard, this rain, with the risk of some thunderstorms. So that could bring the risk of some flash flooding.
Do you know what? This looks lovely, because I reckon the dog in that picture would enjoy bounding through those puddles. But
Yeah.
I don't think those puddles are as big as they're going to get.
I think for some, puddles will be bigger than that, absolutely, yeah. But it's probably a nice scene, isn't it? We need the rain at the minute. And we haven't had much rain in the forecast recently. So, yeah, I imagine the dog probably enjoys the puddles rather than the heat at the moment. Yes, good morning. That's just in Gloucestershire at the moment. We've had some rain spreading in across many parts of England and Wales.
Tell us about the weather for the weekend.
That's not going to help, Mike.
Yes. Rain. You've had some pretty heavy showers around this morning. They've been moving up from the south, and it's a big change, of course, to recent weeks and months with a lot of rainfall in the forecast actually through the course of the day.
Good afternoon. The weather narrative has changed in the last 24 hours. We've replaced high pressure with low pressure. And yes, there has been some much needed welcome rainfall. So far, the heaviest of the rain has been down the south. Peace Pottage in West Sussex has seen just shy of 2 inches of rain. But that rain is now pushing its way steadily northwards.
A very good evening too. Well, it was an unsettled day for many of us across the capital, and the Met Office has issued a yellow weather warning for thunderstorms. That's valid until 9 o'clock tonight.
Hello. For many central and eastern parts of the UK, it has been a very dry summer so far, but that changed a little bit today. Some really heavy downpours. That was how it looked for a weather watcher close to Leeds. This is how it looks on the radar picture. A very, very wet start across the southeast of England. That rain then drifted northwards across northern England. We've seen some sharp showers and thunderstorms across parts of Scotland, and the rain really setting in here now.
Hello there. Very good evening to you. Well, there has been some outbreaks of rain across the capital through today. Some of that has been fairly persistent and heavy at times too. As for the next few days, we still have rain in the forecast. There won't be raining all the time. There'll also be some bright and sunny skies to come. But we do hold on to that rather muggy, warm and humid air. So still a day of sunshine and scattered showers to start the new working week. There's a Met Office yellow weather warning out for those thundery downpours. Temperatures remain on the muggy side, although not as hot as recent days, and staying fairly unsettled. Pollen's next. And as for the all-important pollen forecast for the unsettled spells of weather through the coming few days, there's no surprise that pollen levels will remain between low and moderate. We're currently in the wee pollen season. Until next time, take care.
Hello there. Gardeners and growers certainly happy with Saturday's forecast as heavy rain pushed its way steadily north. Not great news if you've got outdoor activities through the weekend, because the second half of the weekend will continue to be pretty unsettled with sunshine and sharp showers.